Hello everyone and welcome to my CSU channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Chase Chrisley gives shocking details about who put Todd and Julie in prison. Chase Chrisley has given shocking details about who put Todd and Julie Chrisley in prison. Fans have been wondering who they think is responsible for sending them away. However, Chase has revealed a lot that gives more confirmation into who put their parents behind bars. The truth behind it all is shocking for everyone. There is a lot to unfold and uncover. Keep reading to find out more about this situation. Todd and Julie Chrisley locked away for over 2 years. Todd and Julie Chrisley were locked away for over 2 years. However, they were recently pardoned by Donald Trump and let out. They were in federal prison for tax evasion and fraud. However, they still claim that they did nothing wrong and were wrongfully convicted. Fans are not sure what to believe when it comes to this. However, they are out of prison, so what fans think does not determine their future. However, people are slowly finding out that the family lied about things like Todd starving in prison while eating expired food. After he was released, he revealed that he was eating fast food. So, a lot of things are not adding up when it comes to the Chrisley family. Chase Chrisley gives shocking details about who imprisoned them. Chase Chrisley has given shocking details about who imprisoned his parents. He was asked if he thought Lindsay and Kyle Chrisley had anything to do with getting his parents locked up. This is what he had to say. He would not even say Lindsay's name. Chase also claimed that Kyle was in the works with the government as well. He was appalled when he heard that Lindsay and Kyle claimed they had nothing to do with sending Todd and Julie away. It seems as though Chase thinks his siblings, Lindsay and Kyle, had everything to do with putting his parents behind bars. It is safe to say that he does not want a relationship with either of them. They showed their true colors, and this is not something Chase wants to be associated with. He was extremely disappointed that they would do something like this. What do you think? In a bombshell revelation that has sent shockwaves through the Chrisley Knows Best fan base, Chase Chrisley has come forward with details that could turn the entire narrative surrounding his parents' imprisonment upside down. For months, fans and followers have speculated, pointed fingers, and raised eyebrows over who may have played a role in Todd and Julie Chrisley's downfall. But no one expected the jaw-dropping claims Chase is now making. The 28-year-old reality star, who has largely remained tight-lipped about the finer details of the case, has broken his silence in a new tell-all podcast episode titled The Real Betrayal. In it, Chase emotionally reveals that it wasn't just the government's case that landed his parents behind bars. It was someone much closer to the family, someone they trusted. The ultimate betrayal. Chase begins the episode with a somber tone. "I've held this in for so long," he confesses. "We've been painted as these people who just broke the law for fun, who thought we were above it all, but that's not the full truth. There's a piece of this puzzle no one has seen yet, and it's time people know." With a deep breath, he reveals the identity of the person he believes played a key role in Todd and Julie's conviction. A former business partner turned informant who was once considered family. While he stopped short of naming names directly due to legal reasons, Chase's story clearly points to someone fans have long speculated about: Mark Braddock, Todd's former employee who testified against him during the federal fraud trial. "He was like a brother to my dad," Chase says, voice cracking. "He sat at our dinner table. He knew our secrets, our routines, our vulnerabilities. And then he used all of that against us." An inside job? Chase goes on to allege that this former associate didn't just cooperate with federal authorities. He orchestrated much of the chaos from behind the scenes. According to Chase, the informant manipulated records, sent anonymous tips, and fed the IRS a narrative that painted Todd and Julie as masterminds of a tax evasion scheme. He built a story that made him look like a victim when he was actually the one doing shady stuff Chase claims. And instead of taking responsibility, he threw my parents under the bus to save himself. That's not justice, that's betrayal. The shocking part: Chase says that his parents were aware they were being set up, but were advised by legal counsel not to speak out publicly at the time. They tried to protect the family. They wanted to handle things quietly, by the book, he explains. But in the end, silence and Todd's fury. Chase also opens up about the emotional toll this betrayal has taken on his family, especially his mother, Julie. My mom's heart is broken. She trusted this man. She prayed for him, loved him like blood. And now she's in prison because of what he said on the stand, he says. I see her strength, but I also see the sadness in her eyes every time I visit. Todd, on the other hand, is reportedly furious, not just about the betrayal, but also about the way the media portrayed his character during the trial. He's not perfect, but he's not the monster they made him out to be, Chase insists. And the guy who testified? He got immunity and walked away free. Tell me how that's fair. A family torn, but not broken. Despite the pain and public scrutiny, Chase makes it clear that the Chrisleys are far from defeated. We've been through hell, but we're still standing, he says defiantly. We love each other, and we're not giving up. He reveals that Savannah has been spearheading legal efforts behind the scenes, working with a new team of attorneys to appeal the convictions. We have new evidence, things that didn't come out during the trial. We believe this can be overturned, he shares. The truth is finally coming to light. What the fans never saw: Chase also lifts the veil on what was going on behind the scenes of Chrisley Knows Best during the investigation. There were cameras, lights, makeup, but behind all that, there was fear, he confesses. We didn't know who we could trust. People were selling stories, leaking info, pretending to support us while secretly hoping we'd fall. One of the most heartbreaking moments he describes is the day the family found out about the guilty verdict. We were all in one room, holding hands. I looked at my dad, and he just nodded. Like, we'll get through this. That moment will haunt me forever. What comes next? So what does Chase hope to achieve by speaking out now? This isn't about revenge. It's about truth, he says. My parents are not saints. None of us are. But they didn't deserve this. And the person who really put them behind bars is out there pretending to be a hero. Chase ends the episode with a plea to the public. Before you judge us, before you believe everything you read, just know, there's always more to the story. And our story isn't over yet. A nation reacts. The internet lit up within hours of the podcast dropping. Fans took to social media to express shock, support, and in some cases, outrage. Chase is finally saying what we all suspected. One fan posted on X, formerly Twitter. That trial always felt off. Another wrote, I don't care what anyone says. The Chrisleys were set up. That so-called witness had motive written all over him. Even some celebrity voices chimed in, including Real Housewives star Teresa Giudice, who has had her own brushes with federal prison. When the government wants you, they'll do whatever it takes. Stay strong, Chrisleys, she commented on Chase's latest Instagram post. Final thoughts. Whether Chase Chrisley's explosive claims will lead to a legal turnaround for Todd and Julie remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, the story is far from over. The Chrisleys may be down, but if Chase's voice is any indication, they are certainly not out.